Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So guys, today we are going to have a look at the Renault Captur. Forgot my words then. That's at the front, that's got the front wheel damage, you know, the Cat S. And we're going to have a look at that today, strip it all down, take it all apart. I have got some bits and pieces for that car. A wing, hopefully in colour. It's a strange colour this is. It's like an orangey, reddy colour. But I'm hoping that the colour does match. So yeah, but I want to take it all apart. We're going to take the front bumper off, you know, really sort of get in there, really see what else I need to order. And then we'll go from there. So let's get out there. Let's get cracking. Let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, we are on the Renault Captur today, and primarily, let's get that, zoom you out a little bit. This is the damage, the Cat S, wasn't it, on this front wheel. I have jacked it up and put it on an axle stand, just so that we can get better access to this. You know, it is absolutely bent up and twisted, and God knows what else is going on behind the wheel. But we're going to find out today in this. Going to take this wing off, get all this removed, all the damage, and see, you know, exactly what's going in there. Just a quick note. I know I mentioned that the gearbox was the same. I had loads of comments, people telling me that it's not the same, and this one is a bit more reliable. Obviously, it's an automatic transmission gearbox. You never know. But this one is a little bit better, so it's not as the same as the Ford automatic power shift, which is good news, really. So yeah, let's get set up. I really want to get this wheel off first, have a look behind there, and then start, you know, taking it all apart. We'll take the front bumper off as well. That light's got to come out. See how bad that is, and then just basically just see what we need to order, and then I'll get cracking, order all the bits and pieces that we need to get ordered for this one. I am going to do the timing belt, the full service, obviously oil change on the gearbox because it's already gone, so we've got to fill that up. But yeah, we are actually going to do the timing belt and the full service on this one as well at some point. But at the minute, we need to get this, you know, on its four wheels and moving. At the minute, it is not moving anywhere. So yeah, I'll set you up, guys. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, let's get into it and I'll show you what I found. First of all, drive shaft. Got that out. Not too bad, I've got to be honest. Did knock it, I had to knock it through with a copper hammer, For's hammer. Yeah, you always knock through it with the copper bits and it don't mess up the end of the thread when you're hitting it. But yeah, it's a little bit messed up, I've got to be honest, and I don't know, I can't see as if this part's going to be bent, and as long as that's intact and this is intact, I'm probably going to reuse it, because I can't see any real, there's no real damage to it. I've got to replace obviously the boot and the clips and stuff like that, but that's got to be done anyway. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously it's apart. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to use that or not. I'll have a look to see how much they are. I've got a second-hand one. They can't be that expensive, so I might just go down the route of getting another one, just so that it rules out any issues or twists or buckling or breaks. Do you know what I mean? If I just get another one, then it rules that out and I ain't got to worry about it. So that's that. Definitely the wishbone, lower wishbone, has bent up something badly, so that needs to be replaced. We're going to get that out and replace that. The reason why the wheel went like this was because of the hit, but you can see what it's done to this there. It's actually popped it out of where it should sit. So the actual knuckle, that part there, has obviously come outwards, because this part is a really solid piece of metal, solid bit of iron steel. So the chances of this being damaged is really, really slim, because it's so thick, this knuckle. So yeah, I have got another leg. I've got a complete leg, but the knuckle part of it, it's worse. It's rusty, and I don't really want to use it. So I'm thinking about sort of just switching out the actual this part of the leg and reusing the hub and that part of the original one and putting that back on. But that just obviously depends if everything's okay. The other thing I want to show you as well, obviously once it's been ripped out of the gearbox, you can see in there the actual drive shaft seal, and at the bottom there it's got like a little, let me get a bit closer. I can't trust that there is gonna seal properly. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to replace that oil drive shaft seal in there for a new one. Just because I've got to make sure that it's it's sealed correctly, really. So I want to get another one of them. So I've got to order that. I'm going to write all this down for all the bits and pieces we need to get and order. Yeah, not too bad when it comes to removing this strut and this leg. You obviously got to remove the scuttle here. That's got to come off, and then the 3 bolts is above there. You undo those 3 bolts and the whole thing will drop down, and you know, get it out of the way. But let's carry on. Let's get all this plastic off this wing, this headlight, the bumper. We can remove that as well. Just continue removing all these bits and pieces for the moment, and just see how we go. But yeah, you can see so far what needs to be done and what we need to replace. Obviously get the correct gearbox oil as well. I've already looked into that. Someone actually sent me a link to the correct stuff, so I really appreciate everyone sort of getting involved and sending me links and sending me sort of the right parts and bits and pieces for this. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, let's carry on and let's just see how far we get today. So let's continue. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, a little bit more stripped down, as you can see. Managed to get the wing off. Not too bad getting that wing off, so that was pretty easy, I've got to be honest. Took the headlight out as well. Took the hub off, started stripping it down. Noticed some other stuff that we've got to order as well, so the list is getting bigger with this one. What I am going to get is new discs and pads for the front on this one, because these are quite low, and there's no way I'm putting these back on. They're just ridiculous. Look how low that one is, look. So yeah, it's getting new discs and new pads, which is a good thing anyway, because you just never know whether or not this disc has been hit and warped and moved and stuff like that. So yeah, new discs and pads for the front, guys. The other thing I've noticed as well, look at the shape of that drop link. That should be straight. So that is got to be replaced as well. The other thing as well, this track rod end, it's too loose basically, so that should be a little bit more tighter than that. So that's going to get done. You can now see the condition of this lower control arm. Look at the state of it. It's like twisted and popped out and all sorts. So yeah, that's going to get obviously a new one. This to get this lower control arm out, I think it's going to be a bit of a job, you know. The bolt goes from that all the way through to there. This is connected to it as well. Goes through. Supports obviously for that, but yeah, that's going to be a bit of a nightmare. But we've definitely got to get the bumper off, and I think we've got to get this lower arm off as well. Got to separate it from that, and it should just pop out, and then there's a bolt behind. So yeah, we'll find out how to do it anyway, but we'll get there. So that's that. What else? These brackets that I've seen here, you can see this bracket here, it just looks a little bit twisted and bent anyway, but I did go to the breakers and get 2 brackets for this. That one sits like this, support the wing there, so that's all right. Where's the other one? This one is for, how's that one go? Does that go like that? Yeah. So that one goes like this. So again, you just don't know like the position of it. That's not even straight, but that come off a car that had no damage to the front, and it's not even straight. So I think it's best just to change those brackets, put them back on, then we know that it's in a straight position, and it should be there like that. But yeah, we're slowly getting there, but the list is quite long now. Obviously we need gearbox oil, a full service kit, timing belt kit as well, drive shaft oil seal in there, drop links, lower control arms, discs and pads. Yeah, we're starting to get a bit of a list together now, but you know, it's all needed. We've got to do it, we've got to change it, and it's worth it in the end of the day. So yeah, right, let's continue. I want to try and get this leg off now, because that is completely bent. I have got another one, but like I said, I think the hub is a bit better on the original one than it is on the second hand one, but we've got to use this. I'll show you it actually, it's just over here. So this is the leg that I got, and this actually is in a pretty new condition. This is I don't think it's an original, but it has been changed for a newish one, so that's good. But you can see that the bottom part of it is still a little bit sort of, yeah, it's all rusty. You can tell obviously the black paint goes through, and then you've got this part here, the hub and stuff. So I might yeah, I might swap over. It is just the hub and the bearing, so I'm hoping that should be okay, because it is a solid bit of metal. The chances of moving this is, yeah, it's incredibly low, really, because it's just a solid bit of metal, you know, solid. So that's the plan. Anyway, I have got the wing as well in colour here, and it looks a very, very good, you know, close match, but you just never know until we stick it on and have a look. You just never know, really. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. But let's have a go and have a check. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Cool, blimey. You know what? That is that is spot on. Great match. I've got to be honest, guys. I got well lucky with that one, because I don't know the paint code of this one, but it looks like it's a very, very good match. So that's good news. That part of it's all got to come off as well. I didn't realise that, because look. So that strut is actually connected to this part here. So that's got to come off as well. Or is it? I don't think actually it's got three. It might actually come apart. It might actually go in that bracket. So yeah, I think it comes apart actually. So I might just unscrew that bracket and then put the wing straight on and leave that there. Just leave that on there. But at least we've got a good colour match when it comes to the wing. It's always nice to have. Yeah, it's always nice to have. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to put it on the bloody floor. Let me put it back in here. I got no. I'm holding that with one hand and that in the other hand. All right, there we go. Okay, so at least we know that's a good colour match. And then we'll strip off all these bits and pieces off that one. Don't know if we're going to be able to get this done today, but we'll have a good go at it. I want to get that leg off if we can. So let's continue now. Get this scuttle off, strip that down, which won't take too long, I've got to be honest. It's only a few bolts, and we've got to take off the window wipers here, and that should just come off, and we can get to the 3 bolts on that side. And then that way, that will then, all this will then just drop out and drop down, and then that's obviously just scrap, you know. We're not using that, but we'll undo this drop link first, this one and this one, and then yeah, keep going. So let's do this. Right, okay, guys, there we go. That is the lower control arm out. So that is now all the damaged parts, really. That's apart from the oil seal, which is going to come out. It's definitely damaged. You can see it at the bottom. Let me just have a little zoom in there. You see it there at the bottom, on the rubber. So yeah, that's it there. So obviously once, as the drive shaft, because that's the part that goes in there, as that got sort of pulled out and ripped out, it's obviously ripped the actual bottom part of the seal. So apart from that, yeah, we're all out, we're all done. That weren't too bad, that, in the end, that lower control arm, but a bolt did go. You can see it went through that way. So I just had to undo that bolt that's holding it up there, put a jack underneath to make sure that it's not going to fall, because it goes, that beam goes across, it goes across here. So yeah, and then I could just push it down and then get to that bolt, holding it the other side with an 18mm spanner, and then just undone it, and yeah, popped out. So not too bad. But there we go. That is all the damaged parts off this one. And what I want to try and do now is I want to put this wing on in place, and put the headlight back on as well, to see and sort of line that back up and get that sort of can I do that? Yeah, I could do that. I think that's not going to mess me up when it comes to the, I haven't done the leg yet, so I don't want to do that leg and put it in the way whilst we're working on the seal and stuff like that. I might just pop that seal out, and then I'll show you in a minute what it looks like. But I really want to get on with this wing to get that in the right position, and see what that looks like, and the headlight. So let's continue for the moment. Let's just see how far we get. Time is ticking away, but I'm glad I got to this point where I know now exactly what I need to order, need to find, and those kind of bits and pieces. So but yeah, slowly getting there, guys. So let's continue. I'll set you up. Now let's line up this corner. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, this is doing my head in. I think that at some point that door has been repainted, because for some reason, like the bonnet, I hope it's coming out in on the camera. The bonnet to the wing is absolutely spot on. Like the actual colour, I know it's got to be messed around with, it's got moved around and stuff. But the actual colour of this is absolutely spot on. Like, it's bang on. It's a great colour match. It really, really is. But then when we come over towards the door, do you know what? It's not coming out. It's not coming out on camera. It's actually a slight shade different, and I can see it like this to this. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna be, I think, because this is plastic and this is metal, but that's metal as well. So, and that's perfect, that colour match there. So why ain't this right? And like, if you look at that on camera, through the camera, it's actually pretty good. But in real life, like looking at it me looking at it, I can see it slightly shut. I don't know if I'm just being... I'm not being over fussy, you know. I'm not. I'm really not. And I'm looking around the car thinking, is it the same? Is the other side the same? But it's not. The other side's good. It's a really good colour match. It's a nice colour right here. So I don't know whether or not someone's had a little mess around with some paint, you know, on this door for some reason. But as we come over to here, again, it's good. Something's definitely happened over there, I think. But, you know, all I can do really is put on... That's the correct colour. That's right. Because that is spot on, that is. That matches really, really well. So I think the only thing we could do is put it back together, put it on correctly, get the gaps correctly, put it on right. And if it... maybe put a polisher on it or something. Maybe polish this down a little bit. I don't know. But it's going to bug me. Definitely going to bug me, guys. So, but yeah, I just thought I'd show you. It's really hard to see it in camera. On camera, that actually looks pretty good. I'm looking through the camera. I'm trying to look through the camera and look over the camera to see the difference in it. And yeah, that's going to bug the hell out of me. Anyway, it's just that colour, isn't it? It's a really strange colour, like, and it changes in lights as well. Like when, you know, when it gets bright out or it gets a bit overcast and the clouds come over, it changes the colour of the actual paintwork. So, but yeah, let's see what it's like when I'm completely finished, and then I'll have a look at it. We'll go from there. If it needs to go to the paint shop at some point to have some paintwork done, then we'll get it done. But yeah, it's a bit annoying really that that's good, spot on, perfect, and then over here it starts to go out a little bit with the shade. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you. Annoying, and it's going to bug me. Let's continue. I want to get these gaps correctly now, get it right, get it positioned right, get it bolted up, and then get the headlight on in place as well. Get that in place, make sure that's all lined up and in place. But yeah, let's just carry on lining this up. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, I'm still not happy with this colour, you know. I'm really not happy with the colour. The gaps are absolutely bang on now. Like the between the door, both sides, the gaps around here, the gaps around here, the light, everything. It's all the same as the other side. That's not the problem. The problem is this bloody colour difference that I'm seeing. It's just a little bit darker on this than it is on this. And the bonnet, like the bonnet to the wing is a really nice colour. It's hard to show you guys, but that's a really nice match that is there. But this is not. And it's just gonna bug the hell out of me. I don't know if it's because it's in the shade or it's the angle. I don't know what it is, but I think someone's had a go at this paintwork. You know, I think they have, because that looks like to me, like, because it's got like a little speckle in it, it's a metallic. It's got a very slight metallic in this paint, but over here it just seems like there's too much metallic in that paint. I think someone's painted this. I think someone's painted this door, and they've used too much. The paintwork isn't matched. I think that's what they've done. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that down with me. Buffer. I'm not sure, but it's worth a go. I've got to be honest. Definitely worth a try. But that is going to drive me mad. This might have to go to the paint shop and just blend it or something. Just blend it from wing to bonnet, and you know, just on this corner. I don't know. I think it's going to have to need it, or get him to have a look at that area there to see if he can take it back or what he can do with it. I don't know if he can do it. I think it's got to be resprayed. I think someone's had a go at that door. It's the only thing that makes sense, really. This side is absolutely the same. It's not like this side is like, it's got a little tiny metallic in there, but it's only slight. That's a lot. With this metallic, you've got like a little it's the little speckles you can see inside it that makes it metallic. It's hard to explain really, but there's more of that speckle metallic over here, like this here, than there is in this or in the other parts of the door. And it feels like that someone's like kind of had a go at this corner. That is going to drive me mad. I can't really leave that. That's a shame. That is a shame. But that's the reason why. Obviously someone's... Yeah. Guys, it looks bad. It looks bad. But it's half the door. Like this side of the door, it looks okay. It looks fine. It looks the same as the rest. But it's up to about here. Half the door, all across this square. Don't know. I just know it's wrong. It looks wrong. So, but yeah. I might actually, once it's all complete, I might actually take it to the paint shop and just see what he says and see what he can do with it. To see if he can. I don't think he can. I've got to be honest. It's that metallic and it's got to be resprayed. I think we have to get. I don't know. As you can tell, it's driving me mad already. But we've got the headlight back in place. That's all nice and positioned. The wing is in its correct position now. So we can leave all these bits and pieces now on until we carry on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order all the parts we need. The oil seal goes in there first. and then we can put the suspension leg, the new one we got, the second-hand one we got, put that in place, then the drop link, and put all the suspension parts back in. I'm going to look into another drive shaft. I can't risk putting that back in, I've got to be honest. It'll probably be okay, but I don't know. It just something's telling me don't put it in, and something's telling me get another one. But another one will be a second-hand one. Can you trust a second-hand one? I don't know. I'll look into it and find out, but I'm not sure. But anyway, guys, we've done loads on this car today, and it's definitely getting there. You know, back on its wheels, you know, but at least I know now 100% what we need. I've got a list. I'll get all the bits and pieces, and then on the next part, we're going to start chucking all these bits and pieces back together, and we'll go from there. So that's it, guys. That's the end of today's video. Tomorrow we are working on Mr. Digger's electric van. It's back from the body shop. It's got a bit of a story, I've got to be honest, and that's why we haven't been on it. It's got a little bit of a story, that van now, so I'll explain everything in tomorrow's video. But for today, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, drop me a comment down below, give the video a thumbs up, let me know what you think about this. You can't really tell that colour in the camera, but I know it's off. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling about it because it's stressing me out, and it's bugging me. You know I'm going to get it done. Regardless, you know I'm going to get it done. So, but thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.